This is the 135 millimeter 1.8 brand new RF lens from Canon, and I want to give you my honest opinion and do an honest review on this lens. So let's get into it. Have you guys seen this thing? This thing is nuts. Guys, let's talk about the 1.8 RF 135 millimeter lens from Canon. Let's talk about how awesome this bad boy is and what you would need it for in your bag for everyday use and what I'm going to use it for. This Canon EF 135 millimeter lens has been the favorite among photographers for over 25 years. And this RF version builds on the legacy by using a totally new optical design, the latest optics, and features to truly bring it into the future. The optical quality... Oh yeah, is that cheating? I can't ever like remember the specs, you know, like just right off the rip, other than the fact that it's 135 millimeter and it's 1.8. Listen. I'm gonna put some shots on the screen right now of me using it and some shots of the actual quality and sharpness of this lens. And then we're gonna talk about what I'm gonna use it for and maybe why you guys would wanna pick up this lens. So let's check that out. Why would you want this lens? Say you have something like an 85 millimeter, say you have a 70 to 200 millimeter, say you have a 100 to 500 millimeter, or even a giant telephoto lens. Why on earth would you want to use this lens? What is it about this lens that I think we would want? Well, first of all, I don't have a 2.8 really expensive big telephoto lens, right? So most of the time when I'm trying to shoot somebody that's a good bit away from me, you know, 30, 40, 50 yards away from me, I'm trying to use my 100 to 500, or if I'm shooting at a lower aperture like my 1.2 85 millimeter, which is somewhere up here, one of those, I can crop in a lot. Sometimes I crop in 40 to even 50% into a photo, like all the way in, and edit photos like that and post them, you know. So the 85 millimeter is so sharp from Canon's RF line, and I love it. So why would I want to buy or purchase this lens? Well, first of all, it's coming in around $2,099, and that's USD. This lens is budgetable. It's not even $2,400. It's not even $2,800. It's $2,100, $2,200 after taxes for this lens. And we're talking about 135 millimeters. So for someone like me who shoots football, that's a good distance. That's capturing somebody from the sideline at midfield at a pretty good length at 1.8 depth of field. So I'm getting that really crushed blur. I'm getting that really crushed sharpness when it comes to one of these amazing RF lenses. So say you don't want to spend $3,000, or I think it's even $3,400. No, it's $3,000 for the 85 millimeter, right? Say you need an alternative and you don't want to spend $3 grand for the 1.2 85. Even though I love the 85, it's actually my favorite lens. But this lens right here is $2,000. It is 1.8. That's, you know, we're stoked on 2.8 bokeh backgrounds, you know, that have that really great bokeh, and you can get to a great depth of field at 200 millimeter. 135 millimeter is not that far back from that, y'all. And this lens is weightless. Like, those lenses are really heavy. This lens is super weightless. I can't tell you how incredibly light this thing is. Like, this is going to be weightless on a camera. I would even use this on the gimbal if I needed. Look at this glass though. Oh my gosh. It's not really like in focus too much, but dude, this thing is nuts. The image stabilization, the stabilization in this lens is absolutely amazing. I've used it a couple times recently, and it's automatically worked its way to one of my favorite lenses in my bag. So huge shout out to Canon for dropping this 135mm. I want to know what you guys think about this lens. What do you guys think about? Do you want it? Do you need it? Do you not want it? You know, comment and let me know your thoughts. Is a 135mm not necessary, or is it something that you would want to add to your camera bag? You know, just coming in the fact that you can crop in a lot. It's a very sharp lens, the stabilization, and just the fact that it's just clean. It's just clean. This thing is awesome. I can't wait to use it this upcoming football season, shooting the Jacksonville Jaguars and all the other sports and things that I take part of. I can't wait to use this lens. But guys, tell me what you think. Are you stoked and into the 135mm? You let me know. My honest review, it's a great lens, and it comes in at a very decent budget. You know, it's very amazing for the quality and the price point of what it is. So my review is that this lens is awesome, and you should definitely pick it up and put it in your bag. The only negative thing is, you know, if you're shooting and you need to be a little, you know, it's not practical for some situations, obviously. So you're only going to have it if you're shooting something, you know, that you have enough space, you know, whether you're at a wedding, or a big event, or a big, you know, football game, or even a big concert or something. You know, this is something that's going to become more practical shooting from way further back, you know, and not just using the sharpness of what it is, but also wanting to crop in, you know. So it's not going to be practical for smaller areas. If you want to shoot, you know, something in a smaller area, the 85 is going to be better for you, or even the 50mm. But guys, if you can have them all, you know, build your collection like we have. You know, it takes time and it takes a lot of credit card debt. And but yeah, this lens is awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, please like, comment, share, tell a friend. And until the next one, peace.